G'day and welcome to my Gateway link. In today's episode we're outside on a beautiful sunny day and I'm going to be showing you my current development in my costume. I'll also give you an overview of how I put the costume or the elements together, and I'll also introduce you to the character that I'm actually building off. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, so today I'm looking at showing you what I'm working on at the moment. So a bit of introduction on the character. Comes from a comic book series based here in Melbourne, an indie comic called From Above. If you can, I'd say get into it. It's a great comic, good story, bit of fun and a bit laid back. The character that I'm doing my costume on is called Gabe. He's kind of the point man for his organisation, and he's basically a soldier slash hero. So they live in a dystopian kind of future where the government has sort of failed, organisations have taken over and they rule the country in a big megaplexes. So his outfit is kind of a tactical armour. So for the first part of this piece, I'm going to show you the helmet, which I've got over here. So this is the helmet, and what I've been working on for the last few months. I did take a bit of a tumble with this and it broke, so I've been slowly repairing it as well. It's probably taken me way too long to get to this stage, but I'm getting there and hope to have it out by probably next week's end, maybe a little bit later. At the current moment I've got the shoulder almost finished, and I've got the undergarment for the torso almost finished. So I'm not sure that I'll actually have this costume fully finished by the time I want it to, but it's well underway. So I've got the shoulder here. It's a bit behind the progress of the helmet, but it's almost there as well. So yeah, that's kind of what I've got. So a bit on how I've made this. I actually made this by taking a paper mache mask and a skull cap from a felt hat and sticking them together. I then applied cardboard over the top of it to bulk it out and build the structure of the nose area and the eyebrows. I'd recommend that if you can do anything to sort of cheat having to build it out so much, like for instance if I had, instead of doing the hat, I should have used a bicycle helmet or a skater's helmet. It would have saved me a heap of time. I'd already have the back kind of smoothed off and I wouldn't have to worry about packing it out. So just a little tip on what you can do to improve your own stuff. So yeah, from there I applied a bog compound. It's kind of a resin used in the building trade. This particular one comes out green, and when you mix it up with the catalyst, it'll either come out as a blue or a red. For this one I used a red catalyst and it worked. So once you've got it well mixed, just apply it on. It's not a smooth compound to go on, so just be aware that you'll be splotching it on, sanding it back, and then applying a new layer. Yeah, so with this I've got probably multiple layers of the bog in there, and sort of a bit on the front there, as you can see. So I've just got to sand that back still. From there, putting on a filling compound, a softer filling compound, just to fill in little holes, scratches or divots. That'll sand back very nicely, but just be aware, like with the bog, it usually takes about 25 minutes to go hard, and you can carve it, nail into it, all of that. With the patching compound, like I've used this stuff here, I'd recommend trying to get one that's a very smooth compound, something like probably a final finish plaster compound maybe. That way you don't have to worry about the sandy grittiness of it, which has been a problem with this one. But yeah, it'll sand back. It will dent if you knock into it, or if you sand too hard it will take a lot of material away really quickly, whereas with the bog not so much. But yeah, start off with the hard bit, get the general shape, and then work with a softer material. Then after that I used a spray putty. So most automotive shops have this. Goes on like a paint. It does show up all of the little imperfections, which can help you when you're working it and help you kind of fix it. It will take a lot of layers to get out very fine imperfections, but if they're kind of like a scratch, it might not do it. So just be aware of that. Yeah. So beyond that, that's the current status I'm at with the costume. I hope to get a lot more done in the coming weeks. Yeah. If you enjoyed it, I would say send me a message, like me, subscribe to me. If you want to ask me any questions, feel free to. If I can help you with anything, I will. If you got any questions on these, definitely, I'm happy to answer them. Well, take care. Link out.